Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today, we're going to return to Franz rhythm with a Prince cover. Now, we've never covered anything by Prince so far on this channel, and part of that is because Prince is notoriously difficult to react to. In fact, I think the estate of Prince is pretty much against anything being either reacted to or even posted online at all. They issue takedown notices a lot. At least last time I heard, that was the case. So we've never actually looked at them before, and we figure Franz rhythm is a great conduit for us to take our first look at Prince. Now, we know the song. The song is Purple Rain. Actually bought the record when it was new on the record shelves, as like one of the new albums in '84. It is a really great album. He was a worthwhile artist in many ways. He was not necessarily straight up rock and roll. He was diverse in the way that his music came out, all kinds of different styles. He was a creative genius, incredible guitar player, incredible singer. So it's great to actually take a look at this song. Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead before we dive into this?
I took the liberty of listening to the original track, the original Purple Rain track.
I've actually performed it live before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. There's even video around somewhere. We know the song. We want to check it out. We want to see them doing it. So it's the whole family here. Last time around, Char was on the drums, and we didn't see Dodds anywhere. But he's here today on drums. We've got Char on keys, we've got Chen on guitar, as she usually is, and of course Franz on bass. Let's check it out, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Alrighty.
Cause you any sorrow, never meant to cause you any pain. Only need to one time see you laughing. Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple
A well-captured cover, I would say. Very nicely done.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of did their own intro to the song. And actually, they did much of the song their own way. And I think I understand why. Because before the video, you were talking about how, it's extremely difficult to, do anything with any of Prince's music or videos on YouTube. That's right. I think they played it their own way to get around that. And I'd also say good on them the way they did it, because it was ingenious and it sounded great.
Yeah, I think that at some point or another, Prince had that particular sound that they started with. Whether it grew from the song itself, he may have actually started the song that way at one point in concert. I don't know that for sure, but I believe that he did come up with that particular. I mean, that's kind of what happens, at the end of the song. There's a lot of phrases kind of like that. But I agree. I think it was strong to start that way, because you don't often hear people starting the song that way. And I liked it, One little detail that has nothing to do with Franz rhythm, but I'd like to mention it. When this song was recorded, it was recorded live in a Minneapolis club. They did a bunch of recording there. And the take on the record is live. I think that some more things maybe got overdubbed later. But this little bit, that whole thing was actually improvised on the spot in that live take that ended up on the record. Prince had never played it before in the song. That's my understanding anyway. And he just came up with it while they were playing it. And it's funny, that he did that, and now that's one of the big identifying parts of the song, that people hear and they're like, oh yeah, right, Purple Rain.
Yeah.
I thought they did wonderfully with it. It really sounded good. Char did wonderfully with the vocals. That those lines, they're so hard to get the cadence right and not find yourself with extra words or not enough words in any given song. The way that Prince sang it was a little bit off the cuff in that live recording. In some lines, there's a lot of words up front, and you have to kind of get the cadence right, otherwise it sounds kind of weird. She got them all right.
Yeah, she sang really well. I sure didn't hear any flaws or anything in the way she sang it. It sounded good.
Yeah, I thought she did a good job on that. It is more difficult than people think, I believe. Like, if you ever try to sing that song the way that Prince sang it, you'll quickly discover, especially if you're just reading the lyric sheet, that you're overflowing in some places. Like, wait, I've still got like 6 words to put the lines over. Stuff like that. And it's just indicative that it was kind of spontaneous when they recorded it, and I think that there's some magic there. They may have added the end part. How the song itself on the record, it goes off into this other kind of dreamy section for a little while after the end.
Yeah, it's orchestral bit.
Yeah, that may have been added on later, not part of it.
Yeah, I think the orchestra was conducted by Lisa Coleman, who was one of the members of his band back then.
Probably added on later. Yeah,
overdubs. Yeah, okay. That part was probably added on later.
Dodds and Franz, both solid on drums and bass, respectively. I liked the harmonies that they all achieved. I don't think, maybe Dodds wasn't singing. I actually wasn't paying enough attention, but I noticed all the 3 of them, the rest of them were singing.
Yeah.
Sounded nice.
Yeah, it sounded great.
I always like hearing Char singing. She's got a wonderful voice. I mean, I really enjoy the timbre of her voice. It's very soothing. But also, it's on key all the time. She's got the right amount of emotion going into it. Intensity is always right. So she's got a really good ear for those things. And it's a delight to listen to her sing.
Yeah, I mean, she's very, and Char is very versatile as a singer.
I agree. She can do a lot of different things. Okay, well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? If you have any particular thoughts we didn't touch on, why don't you leave them below for us? If you have other suggestions for us, you can leave those too. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us today. We will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.